Mr. Chapek, I'm afraid it's time for you to leave the company. What? What is the meaning of this? Let's just say it was your old friend, Paycheck. Hello everyone, this is Theme Park Central, and as you saw with my opening spoof, Bob Chapek has been fired. The day has finally arrived. We can all party and celebrate. So, yes, it finally happened. The analysts were calling for him to be fired, and now he has been fired um, by the board. And yeah, it will be an exciting future for Disney because Iger is actually coming back. You do not see this very often. He was like in retirement, I think, and they brought him back in to lead the company. Um, so what we saw from Iger before Chapek was part of the company, Iger was doing pretty good. And he probably could have done a lot better with, Star Wars Land and all that kind of stuff if Chapek had not been introduced into the parks and experiences role. So we will see what Iger can do. He will have to, before he does stuff like improving the parks and adding stuff to the parks, I think he should undo a lot of stuff because what is left there for him, it's not good. Because I know that he does not like JPEG, so he probably is going to want to undo a lot of that stuff, which is very good for all of us fans. Um, who knows? We could finally see the reservations going away. We could see Genie Plus gone. Uh, who knows? It could be very exciting here. Prices lowered. I don't know that he would lower prices. Not too many CEOs that I can think of doing that, but at least he would stop the bleeding a little bit with all the price increases as of late. And then maybe he would speed up some new stuff, make all those concept art actually come to fruition in a few years. So it will be very exciting to see what happens. It could be, just not as bad as JPEG, or it could be some big steps forward with the taking away of, Genie Plus and the reservations. I think are the first two things that need to go. And then Phantasmic has reopened, so it's good to see some nighttime entertainment over at Hollywood Studios. So that is good to have back, but again, we still have a few things that still need to come back, so we will see if Iger addresses those. And then the Play Pavilion is rumored to have been stopped, like they stopped construction or whatever, and it's been canceled. But with Iger coming into the company, it's anything could happen with this major change in leadership. And then the Star Cruiser, a lot of people, the people who've been able to afford it and that have wanted to go on it, they've all went on it for the most part, and now you still have the high prices and just a far less demand, so they're getting a major slowdown in activity there. Sometimes like 1/4 of capacity it's been there, so lots of vacancies there at the Star Cruiser. We'll see if Iger addresses this. I could see Iger throwing in some characters from other Star Wars stuff, or lowering prices even. So we'll see what happens there. Uh, so yeah, could have some excitement at the Star Cruiser soon, with Iger taking over. And then Blizzard Beach has recently reopened and been rethemed just a little bit in the Tykes Peak area to Frozen. So some nice touches there. They're not overly IP. They don't really feel thrown in, and they're only in one part of the park. So that's good there. So then we have with Blizzard reopening, we now have Typhoon closing. So I wish they could open both at one time. Maybe with Igor coming back, they have them both open for next summer. You never know. Um, all these news items are going to be changed with Iger entering as CEO. And then at Disneyland, the Mandalorian and Grogu are meeting there. Unfortunately, that it's not at Disney World as far as the timeline breaking. But like I said earlier, Iger could add characters, add like the Mandalorian and Grogu to the Halcyon, and then they could be brought into here. So Iger, it's literally gonna change everything, or even at least he has the potential to change everything for the parks. We'll see if he actually, you know, takes that initiative rather than just sitting around and letting things play out like JPEG did. And then uh, the Disney Cruise Line has bought a mega ship. It's like an unfinished one, so they're gonna have to do all the inside and make it their own. But this could be pretty exciting. This is bigger than all their other ships. It's like top 10 largest in the world. This could be big, because it allows them to really kind of. They don't get to customize the ship, but they get to really customize the interior, and they have a lot of room to do so, and it means this could be sooner. Now, they did have that other ship announced. I don't know what it was, the Triton one. I know they were having like another Triton class ship, like the Wish, scheduled to come out in a few years. But we'll see if this replaces that or if this is just a new class entirely, a standalone project. Will be very interesting to see what happens with this empty mega ship. That is going to do it for this video. Please make sure to subscribe to see what happens with this whole Igor situation. It'll be very exciting. This is Theme Park Central, signing out.